Yo, what's going on, guys? Press here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be going over 5 tips and tricks for Call of Duty Warzone. So these won't be things like you should use a heartbeat sensor or something like that, like a thermal scope. This is more of like in-game features that either you don't know about or that you need to take more advantage of if you want the upper hand in a Warzone game. So these are 5 of them, and if y'all want more, let me know in the comments, and I can make this like a series on my channel of just every single video having 5 Warzone tips. So if you're going to enjoy the video, even, just consider hitting that like button. And if you're a fan of my content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button too. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Alright, so this first tip is about the advanced UAV. So if you didn't know, you can actually get an advanced UAV in Warzone. And it's pretty simple to do. All you need is 3 standard UAVs up in the air at the same time. So this can be done by buying them, like in the video clip here, or just by finding them around the map. So yeah, it's pretty useful. Basically what it does is it shows you every single player on the map and what direction they're facing. So this is really useful late game or even just mid game like me and my friend are doing right here in the video clip. But yeah, it's super good. Pretty cheap. I mean, if you have a lot of cash, then you can easily get it for only 12,000. And if you just find 3 UAVs, like if you're playing squads and you just find 3 UAVs at once, then that can be really good. And it's just completely free to get an advanced one. So again, I really recommend doing this like late game or mid game. And yeah. Okay, so this next tip is basically gliding strategy. So once you hop out of the airplane, you're going to want to deploy your parachute like immediately. And this kind of differentiates between how far away your location is. But basically what you want to do is after you deploy your parachute, you're going to want to cut it. And then kind of free fall for a little bit. And then deploy your parachute again. And then repeat this over and over and over. So basically what this does is it just kind of sort of tricks the game into thinking that like you're free falling. So you're going downward. But since you just were in a parachute, the game thinks that you're still going like in a straight line. So in that little gap of time where you're free falling, it's also bringing you like straight across the map. And it's really good for getting to the ground first, which means you get to loot up first, which means you get to beat the enemies. And in a game like Warzone, that's really important. Alright, so for our third tip, this one is basically just how to utilize the ping feature and just how important it is. So you can see in the background of this gameplay, I pinged this enemy by the gas station, and this is crucial. Basically, communication in general in Warzone is very important, but being able to say, hey, there's an enemy right there in that certain location, basically alerted my entire team to go to that location and help me out. It's very useful. It's something that a lot of people do, but I just don't see players doing it enough. And I've been trying to get people to do it more, like that I'm playing with, and they say that's really useful. So I really do, highly advise y'all to do this more, or at least get y'all's friends to do it, like if you're playing with them, because it is seriously super useful just to know where the enemy is and what your teammate is looking at, instead of them just saying, he's over there. You can say, yeah, he's in this exact location. Okay, so I would say this is the most important tip from this video, and it's the one that I advise y'all to follow the most, and it is sticking together with your squad in the final circle. So this applies to trios, squads, I mean even duos, not so much solo, but just sticking together in that final circle is really crucial to winning. Because if y'all all start spreading out like you can see in this clip, then if one of y'all goes down and one of your teammates tries to go and res, then they get downed, and then it never works out. And I found that any game that I've won, it's usually because we stick together in a group and we just slowly move through the final circle. Because the amount of times, my God, the amount of times that I've been in the final circle and died because I've just kind of ran away from my group, because I am guilty of this. I do run away sometimes, and then I die, and then they die, and game over. So if there's any tip I'd want y'all to take from this video, it's definitely this one. Okay, so this brings us to our last and final tip of the video. This is that a loadout drop comes after the first wave and fifth wave. So by wave, I mean like circles. So once the gas moves in on the very first circle, a loadout drop comes, and same thing for the 5th. So if you're ever wondering like when the exact time a natural loadout drop comes, it's 5th and 1st circle. So I basically never buy loadout drops. They're 10,000 plunder, which is just way too expensive for me. So about 99% of the time, I just wait for one to come naturally, and yeah, it's just way way easier. It's super useful, and I do it basically every single game. All right, so that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like and consider subscribing because it really does mean a lot. I'm just starting off on YouTube and just trying to kickstart my channel, and I really do love making these videos. So if you're a fan of my tips and tricks, then just let me know in the comments, and I could make this like a series for my channel. Just let me know, because honestly, I don't know how this video is going to do. But yeah, that's basically everything. So once again, remember to hit that subscribe button, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.